10-5. Get the knight supporting the pawn. Keep supporting the pawn with the pawn if the bishop takes. Probably looking for first blood. Doubling the pawns. Not doing that. I'm going to simply capture here. We do have supporting pawn here. And let's bring the bishop here because the knight could be taken if they forget, and they don't. Got a 2-on-1 on the pawn. They've come and supported, so they have seen this situation many times before. I'm going to bring the bishop here. Castle. Queen's in the center of the board. Let's not chase it around yet. We happy to keep it there so that it kind of traps itself eventually. Alright, let's just give the bishop a little touch. And let's move the knight out of the way and attack the bishop. Leave the queen there. Let's just grab. Move the queen off of the line of the attack. We may as well just attack their queen. So the rook wants to be in the center of the board, but maybe the knight's going to take because it'll be on the bishop. Anything better for the queen before we do that? We don't have to. Could remove the bishop somewhere, tack, or fill up the rook. I think we'll take the queen off the board and we can just move the bishop back. Have to be careful because they'll be pushing here. If we did take, the rook gets the bishop for free. So that might not be the best position for it. Just take with the rook. That's an interesting situation. A lot better for our bishop. Do we need to move the knight first? No, not yet. Let's move this rook. Nice little end game. Knight's in, could take it. I don't think there's any harm or foul in taking there actually. Let's take. Go on, let's take. Let's try and own this open file. Anything, I think the knight needs to get in. Maybe this way. Thinking of stopping the knight from jumping here. Also the rook exchanging. Can go here. Pawn just comes down to support. Let's do the arrows on this one. Pawn comes down to support. We then hit their rook. He does en passant. Take back. Pawn is get hit by the rook, isn't it? Boom. 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 Doesn't quite work, does it? Okay, and it does that. Let's do it for now and see. They're going to do that. At least it gives them something to think about. We're attacking. Does have that we can take if he does. They have done that. We could push this pawn just to, but he can always do stuff as well. Knight doesn't have to stay there. Definitely not doing that because this pawn gets taken by the rook. Now it's physically there. Goes. Yeah, there's no benefits there I can see. Maybe it's time to move the king. What I don't really want is for his knight to start getting activated and we're just stuck here. What about this? It's not easy enough. Well, it's supported by something, is the rook. We came here. I don't think it's going to, well, it probably would do that. We can't go there because the rook is there. I think it's going to be a merry dance with the knight. That's what I think it's going to be. Not going to allow us to get to here. Not that we're doing anything dangerous there. Ooh. And takes a semi-passer though. Don't really want to do that. Like I said, didn't really want this knight being activated. I couldn't see anything else. There's no point doing any of this because we're just going to end up chopping the rook in. Always just come back again. Lean on there, but then he just goes here. We're losing tempo, dancing up and down. I'm going to just bring the rook here. Good night. See the wheels turning, trying to avoid a draw. Oh, something different. King. Oh, the rook's got no protection on. I didn't even talk that through. It just looked very funny, the rook being there. So it's just going to swing back a little bit. Get the king here. And now they take. So the situation we've got is they've got a higher advanced pawn. So when we take and they take, the pawn that we're going to go for here is here. And we'll have a pawn majority on this side, they've got a pawn majority on this side. Our king is closer to be able to support these pawns, and these are slightly more advanced, but they can easily block down. It's still looking like a draw to me, but let's go here. Not interested, he wants his king to be advanced, doesn't want any passed pawn type situations. So he's playing it to be a draw, so he's not actually playing to play it for a win, it doesn't look like to me. I'm going to take and push and see if there's anything we can do here. Might be too previous, and maybe I should be playing for a draw and not trying to push. Probably end up getting zugzwanged. I could have just gone for a nice steady push here, couldn't I, that type of thing. Yeah, let's just hit the king. I'm just doing the same sort of stuff. Yeah, it's doing the same sort of stuff. We go here like this, and he takes, we take, his king's not coming down. Offered a draw. What else playing out to be a draw, wasn't it?